Good evening, 4:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, February 2nd, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. A lot of stuff to go over, including why I still believe it's inevitable for XRP to go sub 20 cents. I know I've been talking more about how you need to be stacking your XRP at sub 40 cents and sub 30 cents and anything under 50 cents where you can double it up is a good buy, but sub 40 cents particularly. But the bottom line remains, I still firmly believe that sub 20 cents is unavoidable and inevitable. I see with the market conditions, I see with the current regulatory framework in the USA, how they're kind of, jabbing at crypto right now. It's becoming an interesting thing. So I firmly believe, my stance is still, I believe XRP is going to go sub 20 cents. If I'm wrong, I'm okay with that because I firmly believe it, and that's what I see in the charts, and I've seen it for a very long time. And I believe going back to the 2020 lawsuit in December, I believe we're going to double bottom down there around that 12.5, 12.8 cents possibly, in that area where we hit the 2020 low when the lawsuit was announced. And I think that's where everybody, when they say XRP is going to rise out of the ashes, that's how I ascertain that XRP is going to do it. It's going to deep dive all the way down there, and people are going to be like, oh my God. And then all of a sudden, we're going to have a reversal. I don't know if it's going to stop at that 12-cent double bottom, or if it's going to continue lower, because there is a scenario where it can go down to 2 cents. That's a valid scenario from back in 2013. If you take that trend line, it's 10 years. So my thought process has not changed. I just want to tell everybody, to me, these charts still look like ass. Charts look like ass. There's no other way to put it. In the immediate short term, they look fine. But if you pull this out, even this could be a Batman top. We don't know. Even this could look like ass. This is starting to look like ass. But if you look at it in a farther out than the 3 minute, and what's always concerned me, and it'll continue to concern me, is the fact that XRP came all the way over here, and we went to all-time highs back in 2018. We went all this time, over 3 years, of all these people stacked up, and we couldn't break $2. I think we have to reshuffle. That's all. I think we have to reshuffle, and if we look at this in the grand pattern, we get rid of this. I think XRP's got some problems. And I personally don't think this uptrend's going to hold for all eternity. Could it hold for now and break out up to here and possibly, who knows? Who knows? Could we even break out to the top side of this? Even if we got up here, that would be difficult because I don't even suspect we're going to come anywhere near that. Let me go back to the other chart because that's kind of like the all-time chart. Not kind of. That is the all-time chart. But in the immediate short term, because we got to look at it all, but look at this right now. This is the current pattern. From way over here, this looks like, this is bad. This is bad. This pattern's bad. And if you look at it, it kind of looks like an all-time topping reversal pattern. And it makes me afraid, like, what I was saying a couple years ago, and you look at it now and it's even worse. You came up and down, up, and now look at it, it's come back down. Who's to say it's not going to come back into the accumulation phase like this? Now that it's quantitative, when it's tightening, these easing. The problem is if we go into an easing cycle for any amount of time, couldn't you go 1, 2? Now, is there room for it to make a third? Or a third? Is there room for that right now? I don't think so. Not right now. Not way up there like that. But what I could see is, like I was saying, the test at 446 if it happens. And then in the future, if somehow, some way, there was enough mustard to get it up into these higher zones, that doesn't mean I don't think it's going to go to 20 cents. I'm just trying to show everybody the inner workings of the pattern as well so that we can be on the same page on a day-to-day basis. But also understand that XRP at this price is a cheap-ass price. When XRP was at $1.85 or $1.66 or $1.27 or $1.14 or 96 cents or 68 cents, you could dream for these levels. But this isn't my ultimate level. I don't want anybody to get twisted. I think it's unavoidable for XRP to hit 20 or to not hit sub 20 cents. Unless something happens that changes the trajectory here, I've seen nothing that's going to keep XRP from having these low of lows. I just think it's too easy for the market manipulators just to say, oh, that was the bottom already. This is the prototypical bear market rally. This is short coverings, new money coming into the new year, people that wrote off their old losses and now they can just dive into anything and not really care. Some people are just positioning themselves for the long run. And right now, unless you're long holding, I don't advise swing trading XRP. When it's this cheap, we're looking at XRP for more than 10 or 20%. We're looking for XRP for future growth for generations to come. XRP is something that we're going to hold along with some of the other ISO coins, but in particular XRP. Because if XRP doesn't go this way, the rest of it's just horseshit anyhow. So we'll find out a lot through XRP. And I believe in what I'm talking about. So I believe XRP is going to be something special, and it is turning into something special before our very eyes. It's very undervalued. It's just not undervalued in today's market. Just because of the regulatory framework and just what's going on with the US dollar, inflation around the world, we've got to let everything set real quick, and then crypto is going to have its day. And the next bull market for crypto is going to be unlike anything we've ever seen. That's why it's never a bad idea to start stacking, but I firmly believe we're going sub 20 cents, and I'm going to have a killing under 20 cents. Oh, I can't wait. And it's all out here. It's all showing what we need to see. Like, the immediate short term is one thing. We've showed the immediate short term right now just to verify. This is where we're in right now. It's been since about January 12th approximately. We could go back a little bit farther. We have this downtrending resistance we hit about January 23rd. The uptrending support on January 30th, so a week later. We had a resistance up here, a second one as well. We had a support down here, support even farther. Resistance. And now we have the downtrending resistance line that's holding. And then the next possible spot it could hit is around the 414 level. So 414 downtrending resistance, if that holds. And then we have the uptrending support at 396. It's kind of whichever one falls first. If this breaks down, you wouldn't see an immediate drop to 314, but that's your next immediate big area. You have 382, 371, and 355 approximately in between. Then you also have 348 and then the 342 level, which is approximately where this is at, the 341 you could say. But there's a lot in between. But the next major structure from here is back down to here and retesting all this out again. So if that were to break through, if we were to lose this, that's when we can have interesting things start. And that's when we can have us coming down to these all-time patterns. You have to lose, though, and make no mistake about it. You got to lose this uptrending support at about 333 before you can even attempt to come back down to the next uptrend. Now, it's not just that's the only support down here. There's a major support at 287 that we're going to have to break, and that's the ultimate right now to get back below the bottom that we made on the initial drop down over a year ago, it feels like now. But if we did happen to do that and get past the 287, we could start making some noise. Our next major uptrend to break is what we're looking at over here at about the 33. So hard to say where we're going to hit it. We'll just say, I like to say the 333 level. But if it hits over here and sometime in February, we could say the 337 level. You break that, then break that double bottom at 287. Then you can start talking about, well, now we got this uptrend right here that would go down to 18.6, and that started approximately 2017. And then if it were to break that, ultimately you'd be seeking out the 2.5 cent mark, and that started in 2013. Those are still firmly on the table, and with the way these patterns are looking, if you look back here, I mean, guys, look how scary similar this is right now. And yes, the one before us is a little bit different, but I just want to point you to two areas. So you see how this pattern, it topped out up here. We came down, had a nice formation here, kicked out into a shoulder, and then we just continued to crash to our lows. Came up, came down, created a formation, kicked out, created a shoulder. It looks like just an arm out here. Is this where it finally kicks out and then it starts kicking down to the rest of this pattern to at least 18 cent mark or the 20 cent area at 19? Just like it did here. Up. Finished off the pattern. Then you came down, tried to have a kick out, and then it came all the way down back into the consolidation zone of the breakout. Now we came up, came down, had the drop. Now we're trying to have our push up. Had the drop, trying to have our push up, arm out. Had the drop, trying to do our push out, arm up. And then if it falls out, then it can consolidate all the way back down to here. So that's what I'm looking at. These patterns are alarmingly similar. The one's just a little bit less of a run up. So very similar pattern. So XRP Future Millionaire, there's no doubt in my mind that we're going sub 20 cents. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But the only thing I care about is telling you exactly what I believe. So if I'm wrong, so be it. And all you should respect is the fact that I'm giving it to you the way I believe. And at least you can have faith that I'm telling you what I think is going to happen. After all, that's why you're watching me. But it's not all doom and gloom here. So I'm going to give you some gloom. I got 5 reasons why I don't think Bitcoin can even stack to XRP. And reason number 5 is the most important of all. So I'm going to go to my other screen so that you can actually see what I'm talking about. And I think it's a very good reason why, in the grand scheme, XRP is the real game. Bitcoin's a fucking joke. And if you're looking to start from the bottom, don't go with Bitcoin. Go with XRP as it works its way to the bottom. So here's 5 reasons, and some are very obvious, like the first one, speed. XRP transactions are processed in just a few seconds, while Bitcoin transactions can take up to an hour to complete. And if you got anything out of this update, hit that like button. If you think XRP is going sub 20 cents, hit that like button. If you appreciate this channel, hit that like button. And also leave me a comment. The comments would really help push me through the analytics. I got a slew of comments, a lot of people actually today. So YouTube must really be messing with your notifications. But just continue to hit that like button, comment. And if you need to see the notifications right when they go out, follow me on Twitter, XRP Future Millionaire. And there's about 1,100 people following me there. I put the share link right when I go, do any kind of content. So it'll be there at least. So, 2, cost. XRP transactions are cheaper compared to Bitcoin transactions, making it a more cost-effective option for everyday use. So the speed and cost, those are 2 obvious ones, but it's still ones that we have to talk about. Now we get into the heat of it. Scalability. XRP has the ability to handle a high volume of transactions, making it more scalable solution compared to Bitcoin. Simplistic, but they're so obvious. The last 2 are what I think are the most important. Energy efficient, especially in the time of everybody wants to be politically correct with the energy usage. So I think this is very important to consider. Energy efficiency. XRP uses significantly less energy compared to Bitcoin, making it more environmentally friendly option. And the environmentally friendly crowd is becoming very loud. And so is it in politics. So you better be energy efficient when it comes to this phase. And this is my biggest reason of all. Its purpose. XRP was designed with a specific use case in mind, enabling financial institutions to move money across borders quickly and efficiently. Bitcoin, on the other hand, was designed as a decentralized digital currency and store of value. So even on face value, the fact that Bitcoin is trying to push itself as a store of value is ultimately going to get itself kicked in the nuts. So for all these reasons, it's just more and more credence to why Bitcoin you shouldn't own, and you should own XRP. And I've shown you many reasons as well why XRP isn't going to take over for Swift. People are going to have no choice but to use XRP, even though Swift is an option, because it's so much better and so much cheaper and so much quicker. XRP Future Millionaire. Hit that like button. Consider joining Tom's Army. If you want to use the exchanges I do, it's in the video description below.